Rui Costa trying to pick out Schwartz. Foul on D'Agostini. D'Agostini has played in Serie A with Napoli and Atalanta. And that's a good ball towards Tentoni, who heads for goal. Oh, and is desperately close to giving Cremonese the lead. He looked to his left, just about there, realised he didn't have a lot of support, and went for goal. And Cremonese have this corner. It's Gualco. Maspero. Well, Toldo wasn't unduly bothered with that shot rising over the crossbar. Carnashali will take the throw. Away by Verdelli. Picked up by Schwartz. Mankeli. Baiano. Took a deflection, it's going to be a corner. And easily the most potent attack of the game by Fiorentina. Lovely layoff by Mankeli, and a super shot too by Baiano. And that one easily intercepted by Gualco, but Cremonese have given it away. Mankeli, Rui Costa, Baiano, Rui Costa. What a disappointing finish to an outstanding move. The Portuguese international unable to dig this ball out and put any power into his shot. Mankeli, Rui Costa now. Oh, what an opening for the away side, and Rui Costa again goes close. Schwartz will take the throw. Rui Costa. The ball was going wide, but Turci wanted to get his hands on it. Floriancic. This is Maspero. Padalino. Baiano. Takes on Gualco, that's a stunning shot by Baiano. Beaten away by Turci in the Cremonese goal. Plenty of power in this shot. Broke off Perovic, and it's through to Floriancic. Get the better of Carnashali. And picks out D'Agostini. Shandabachi. That's Floriancic. Oh! It came off Amoruso, and that could have so easily been an own goal. Well, Tentoni was a target in the middle, but Amoruso got his boot to the ball. Schwartz takes the free kick. Suspicion of handball there. Bijika. Oh, it's been helped over the top by Turci. What a good save. And Carnashali, who cut inside Floriancic, forced an excellent save out of Turci.
So all square in Cremona. Elsewhere, the biggest game of the day was the evening derby clash between Lazio and Roma. Meanwhile, leaders Milan played host to Bari, while third-place Parma met another struggling side, Padova. But we start our roundup with Sampdoria's trip to Cagliari. Here's Gary Bloom.
It was a happy return to Cagliari for coach Bruno Giorgi, who was back in the job after Trapattoni's departure. Against a Sampdoria side they'd already beaten once this season, Cagliari settled down after the Genoa side's early flourish. The home side took the lead 8 minutes before half-time. Napoli scored his first Serie A goal for 2 years. Sampdoria have won just one league game away from home this season, and once Chiesa was denied by Abate, their chances of getting something out of this game disappeared. Cagliari doubled their lead on 69 minutes thanks to Maniero. The Sampdoria striker's suicidal pass killed off his team's hopes of avoiding their 5th successive away defeat. Oliveira scored his 9th league goal of the season. Bitterly sealed Cagliari's victory 5 minutes from full-time. The midfielder's strike summed up Sampdoria's day, really. It's one Eriksen's side will want to forget in a hurry. It was Cagliari's first win at home to Sampdoria in 5 years. You can understand the optimism among Bari's fans. The last two Serie A defeats suffered by Fabio Capello's side have come against the southern club. Bari beat Milan 1-0 here in May last year, and with the same scoreline at home back in October, but was soon 1-0 down following a 7th-minute strike by Marco Simoni. Bari were level again, though, midway through the first half. Milan's offside trap was broken from Meneghetti's pass, and Pedoni raced through to score his third goal of the season. Milan responded with a drive from Albertini, which went just wide. Weah has already shown many qualities this season. Here's one we haven't seen, a more gentle side to the striker. Disheartened by Sada's challenge, Weah earned a cuddle from referee Roberto Bettin. Perhaps Maldini had also taken to the referee after a penalty was awarded in Milan's favour. Maldini made sure Bettin knew why the spot kick was given. Simoni made sure Milan regained their advantage. Still, Bari equalised for the second time 3 minutes into the second half. Luigi Sala arrived unmarked to make the score 2-2. Shortly afterwards, only the expertise of Bari goalkeeper Fontana denied Simoni his hat-trick. Despite Bari's commendable performance, Milan deserved all 3 points. I suppose it was appropriate George Weah should score the winner. Risking serious injury for Milan's cause, the Liberian striker was helped off the field, but he soon recovered in the dressing room area. Incidentally, this goal arrived in the 88th minute. Milan have now won their last 5 games, the last 3 thanks to this man. Parma desperately needed a win against struggling Padova to stay in the hunt for the Scudetto, more so after their defeat at Fiorentina in their previous game. Antonio Benarivo seemed he desperately needed a goal. He had to wait a little longer. It was Melli's turn to get his name on the scoresheet first. Melli might have claimed his and Parma's second goal of the game here, but for some fine goalkeeping by Bonaiuti, who did well to stop Parma from extending their lead. Melli was then involved in an instant with former Milan teammate Stefano Nava. Play was waved on and Risto Stoichkov almost scored. By the way, Melli and Nava were both okay to continue. But Padova must have wished someone could stop Benarivo continuing with a run which spanned 70 yards of the pitch. The fullback got the goal he deserved from the first half. It was a rare strike from the Italian international, and one the injured Gianfranco Zola would have been proud of. There was 1 goal left in this fixture, and it came Padova's way. Once again, it was a goal of the highest quality. Following a patient build-up, Creek combined with Vlahovic before beating Luca Bucci. It ended 2-1 to Parma. Piacenza's fans haven't been treated to many victories this season, but the 6 games Piacenza have won have all come in this stadium. Piavani almost gave them an early lead. Instead, it was Atalanta who opened the scoring. Christian Vieri's long-range effort arrived 17 minutes in. It was his first goal since September. Nicola Caccia of Piacenza is one of Serie A's leading scorers. He showed he's up there on merit. Caccia's 11th league goal of the season was superbly taken. Early in the second half, Atalanta went a man down. In retaliation to Polonia's challenge, Vieri's actions didn't seem too severe, but he received the red card anyway. It didn't take long for Piacenza to go ahead, 7 minutes in fact. Piavani got his name on the scoresheet for the 7th time this season. But Atalanta equalised through Pisani to end a run of 5 consecutive league defeats away from home. Marco Branca's made quite an impact since joining Inter in November. He'd already scored away to Torino earlier this season while playing for Roma. Branca was on the mark again in this match to give Inter a 15th-minute lead. That was goal number 12 in Serie A this season for the much-travelled striker. Torino should have drawn level from a move which stemmed from an error by Paul Ince. You'd have expected Rizzitelli to score from there. Rizzitelli himself would have expected to score from there. Despite changing their coach earlier this season, Torino are still languishing in the relegation zone. Had Cristallini's effort dipped just a touch more, Torino would have been level, and perhaps more importantly, it would have restored some confidence to Franco Scolio's beleaguered troops. The home side poured forward after the interval. Despite half a dozen Torino players in the opposition's penalty box, Paul Ince got the final touch and cleared the danger. Even when an attempted clearance from Pagliuca turned into an assist for Veldin Karic, Torino still failed to find the target. Into a heading for their first Serie A win away from home this season. And although Gans squandered the chance to secure the 3 points, Branca's first half effort proved sufficient. Maybe a defeat was harsh on Torino. I wonder how they felt when they finally scored, only for the goal to be ruled out for offside. It was Torino's third home defeat this season. Vicenza have one of the best home records in Italian football. With just one defeat here in 29 months, the fans have every reason to feel proud. On this occasion, however, they had every reason to feel frustrated. Vicenza had an off day and went down to a rare defeat at the Menti Stadium. Udinese couldn't have fancied their chances too much. After all, they hadn't won here in 58 years. Both sides found it difficult to hit the target in the first half. When Udinese eventually did, through Oliver Bierhoff, Mondini parried the ball to safety. In their previous 2 games, Udinese let victory slip through their fingers in the closing stages. This time they turned the tables, claiming maximum points with a goal 5 minutes before full-time. Just as it seemed Vicenza were about to score, Udinese broke up field and found the all-important winner. Giovanni Stroppa held the key to the goal. The former Milan midfielder engineered the move, which was finished off by the Dane Thomas Helveg. Vicenza went down to their second home defeat this season. Udinese won their second away game. It was no surprise a Rome derby was shown live on Italian television. Its pageantry and passion is perhaps unrivaled. On occasions, you get to see a little football too. Here, Roma were unfortunate not to be awarded a penalty after Del Vecchio was clearly pushed by Casiraghi. Del Vecchio has looked impressive since moving from Inter on loan back in November. He was preferred to Daniel Fonseca for this game. Uruguayan has only just recovered from injury. Marco Lana didn't enjoy the best of games. He almost enabled Lazio to take the lead before Aldair came to his rescue. Lana was guilty of far worse later in the game. All in all, it was Roma who created the best chances to win this match. Sadly for them, they failed to make any of them count. Aldair doesn't get on the scoresheet too often, and you can see why. Casiraghi was one of Lazio's scorers when Zemen's side beat Roma 2-0 in a derby game last season, but he couldn't manage a goal this time. Signori scored the other that day. Giovani denied the Lazio skipper here with an outstanding save. Now, this is the instant which changed the course of the game. Only Marco Lana will know what he was thinking when he deliberately handled the ball and gave away a penalty with just 7 minutes remaining. Signori took his tally to 14 goals in Serie A this season. 9 have now come via the penalty spot. Signori's reaction summed up what it means to score in a Rome derby. What he didn't count on was a yellow card for over-celebrating. He'd already been cautioned, so yellow turned to red. So Milan move ever closer to their 15th Scudetto. They're now 7 points clear of Fiorentina. Parma is still in 3rd place. Juventus have kept alive their slim hopes of retaining the title. Turin Giants are up against Milan next weekend. Napoli have slipped into the bottom half of the table following their defeat against Juventus, while Cagliari's victory over Sampdoria moves them to within a point of the Genoa club. Atalanta and Piacenza still lie perilously close to the relegation zone. The bottom 4 remain unchanged. Igor Protti has failed to take advantage of Battistuta's suspension and increase his lead at the top of the scorers chart. The Bari striker is still 2 goals ahead of the Argentinian, who's joined on 14 by Signori. Branca of Inter moves up to 12. And we leave you with Juve's winning goal against Napoli. Fabrizio Ravanelli may have started the game as a substitute. You can't keep him out of the limelight for very long.